Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Mohegan Sun as we get set for the official weigh-ins for tomorrow night's Bellator MMA presented by Miller Lite. For those on site here at Mohegan Sun walking between casinos, hey, stop, take a couple of moments. You'll see all the fighters on tomorrow night's fight card here in just a couple of moments on the scale. For those joining us on the live stream for the weigh-ins, we welcome you to Mohegan Sun Casino right outside Mohegan Sun Arena. Again, for the official weigh-ins, we'll have your fighters on the scale in just a couple of moments. Couple of reminders, doors will open tomorrow night here at the Mohegan Sun Arena at 6 o'clock. First fight, 6:50, just a few minutes before 7 o'clock. We got a great undercard featuring fighters from in and around the area, so come early tomorrow night. Tickets still available at the Mohegan Sun box office or online at Ticketmaster.com if you're not here on site at the moment. Still, good seats available, but not many, so get your tickets early, get them fast. Again, box office right over here is open, or Ticketmaster.com. Tomorrow night's fight card, a welterweight fight card. We'll kick it off. Again, the welterweight division will rule the night. It'll all lead up to the main event tomorrow night. 5 5-minute rounds for the Bellator Welterweight World Championship. The Russian striker, Andrey Koreshkov, takes on the reigning champion, the Brazilian striker. That's the Phenom, Douglas Lima. It's in tomorrow night's main event. I'm Mike Williams, the cage announcer for Bellator MMA, welcoming you once again. Behind me, the two lovely ladies from Bellator MMA, Mercedes Terrell and Amy Jane. Ladies, thank you very much. Coming up moments from now, we'll welcome Mr. Scott Coker on the scale once we have the fighters on their way out. And let's do that right now under the supervision of the Mohegan Tribe Department of Athletic Regulation. Chairman Kevin Brown, supervisors Mr. Mike Murtha and Mike Mazzulli, Mohegan Tribal Chief Lynn Malerba, all again overseeing the action. Let's bring your fighters to the scale. One half of the broadcast team on Spike. He'll do it for us. Would you please put your hands together for Mr. Jimmy Smith.
Thank you so much. We're starting off with our preliminary fighters. Check them out on spike.com. Our first fight in the welterweight division, 170 pounds. Nicholas Sergiacomi versus Eli Cato. First to the scale, fighting out of Waterford, Connecticut. Please welcome Nicholas Sergiacomi. Pro record of 1-0, that one win by submission. This is a family weigh-in, people. Thank you, ladies. Wow, calm down. Okay, then you don't have to calm down. 171 on the dot for Nicholas Sergiacomi. And his opponent, fighting out of Danbury, Connecticut, please welcome Eli Cato. Making his pro debut, he is 25 years old. He stands 6'2". $170 a corner for Eli Cato. Let's give it up for the welterweights kicking off our show. Nicholas Sergiacomi versus Eli Cato. Give it up for him. Next up, the heavyweights, 265 pounds. Eric Bedard versus Parker Porter. First to the scale, fighting out of East Providence, Rhode Island. Please welcome Eric Bedard. A record of 6-5. All of his wins, finishes, 4 knockouts, 2 submissions. .257 on the dot for Eric Bedard. And his opponent fighting out of Danbury, Connecticut. Please welcome Parker Porter. A record of 5-4, 2 knockouts, 2 submissions. $260.25 for Parker Porter. Let's give it up for the heavyweights, the big boys, Eric Bedard versus Parker Porter. Moving back down the scale to the bantamweight division, 135 pounds, Kin Moy versus Blair Hugman. First to the scale, fighting out of Cambridge, Massachusetts. Please welcome Kin Moy. A record of 6-2, 2 knockouts, 3 submissions. $138.25 for Kin Moy. Has 2 hours to make weight. And his opponent fighting out of North Haven, Connecticut. Please welcome Blair Hugman. A record of 7-5, 3 wins by submission. He stands 5'7". $136 on the dot for Blair Hugman. Let's give it up for the bantamweights, Kin Moy versus Blair Hugman. Give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, a flyweight fight, 125 pounds. Remo Cardarelli versus Billy Giovanella. First to the scale, fighting out of Farmington, Massachusetts. Please welcome Remo Cardarelli. A record of 4-2, all of his wins by submission. $123 on the dot for Remo Cardarelli. And please welcome his opponent, fighting out of Bellingham, Massachusetts, Billy Giovanella. A record of 8-3, 3 knockouts, 3 submissions.
Fighters, we got to report to the doctor. Make sure you remind the fighters to see the doctor.
Fighters, when you're done weighing in, check in with the doctor. 125 3/4 for Billy Giovanella. Let's give it up for the flyweights. Remo Cardarelli versus Billy Giovanella. Give it up for him. Our next fight, a catchweight, 160 pounds, Waylon Low versus Ryan Quinn. First to scale, fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Please welcome Waylon Low. A record of 15-6, 7 knockouts, 3 submissions in those 15 wins. $160 on the dot for Waylon Low. And his opponent fighting out of Danbury, Connecticut. Please welcome Ryan Quinn. A record of 10-5-1 as a pro, 1 knockout, 3 submissions. $159 3/4 for Ryan Quinn. Let's give it up for him at a catchweight of 160. Waylon Low versus Ryan Quinn, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on to the lightweights, 155 pounds, it's Alex Dunworth versus Dean Hancock. First to scale, fighting out of Holliston, Massachusetts. Please welcome Alex Dunworth. Record of 2-1 as a pro, 1 win by submission. Yeah. Gonna sell. $155 155 for Alex. 155.5 for Alex Dunworth.
Sorry. I don't make mistakes.
And his opponent fighting out of Danbury, Connecticut. Please welcome Dean Hancock. Record of 1-0 as a pro, that 1 win by submission.
Okay, thank you. It's a quarter. You win. You win. Here we go. 155 3/4.
155 3/4 for Dean Hancock. The lightweights 155. Let's give it up for Alex Dunworth versus Dean Hancock. And our final preliminary fight in the flyweight division, 125 pounds, it's Sarah Payant versus Kayleen Medeiros. First to the scale, fighting out of West Springfield, Massachusetts. Please welcome Sarah Payant. A record of 1-0, that 1 win by submission. $128.5 for Sarah Payant. Has 2 hours to make weight. And her opponent, fighting out of Boston, Massachusetts, please welcome Kalini Medeiros. 4-4 as a pro, 1 win by knockout. $124.25 for Kalini Medeiros. Our final preliminary bout in the women's flyweight division, Sarah Payant versus Kalini Medeiros.
Good luck, coach.
There's another.
Yeah. There.
Let's figure it out. If not, have to lose it now. We're getting one out of the way, or we're going on to televised sports? Well, whatever you want on. I'm good.
Oh, yeah,
for it.
all right,
Hey,
cool.
brother, you're my boy. What do you want, man?
No, I'm just curious, we're in the middle.
Don't worry about them losing weight. I want them to lose it now instead of waiting until later.
Gotcha, yeah.
Take it easy.
Moving on to the televised portion of our show. Of course, check us out on Spike TV. This night features the welterweights, 170 pounds. First up, Rudy Bears versus Michael Venom Page. First to the scale, fighting out of Kansas City, Missouri. Rudy, Bad News Bears. Record of 16-13, 5 knockouts, 8 submissions. 170.75 for Rudy Bears.
Right here, you and me first.
Rudy, everybody talks about the style of Michael Venom Page. It's stuff people haven't seen before. You're a veteran. You've been around the sport for a long time. This is nothing you haven't seen. Is experience the difference tomorrow night?
Experience is definitely a difference. I've learned living in the country how to take care of snakes, chop off their heads.
And his opponent, fighting all the way out of London, England, please welcome Michael Venom Page. Undefeated at 7-0, 4 knockouts, 2 submissions. He stands 6'3". $171 on the dot for Michael Venom Page. You heard what Rudy Bears had to say. You kill a snake by cutting off its head. Is that easier said than done tomorrow night?
All I know is he's gonna get bit by the snake.
They'll be kicking off our show. You do not want to miss it. Rudy Bears versus Michael Venom Page. Give it up for him.
All right, guys, good luck.
Next up, also in the welterweight division, 170 pounds, Paul Bradley versus Chris Honeycutt. First to the scale, fighting out of Iowa. Please welcome Paul Bradley. Very experienced, a record of 22-6, 7 knockouts, 7 submissions. .171 on the dot for Paul Bradley. Paul, Chris Honeycutt, a young gun. I know you have a lot of respect for physical abilities, but you don't respect his experience. You think he's bitten off more than you can chew. How are you going to show that to the fans tomorrow night?
Come out, I'm going to take the center, and I'm just going to keep the pressure on him. You know, the kid hasn't fought anyone like me. I can guarantee you that.
And let's welcome the kid from Fresno, California, Chris Honeycutt. Undefeated at 6-0, 4 knockouts, 1 submission. He stands 5'10". .171 on the dot for Chris Honeycutt. There comes a time in every prospect's career when they have to take on a veteran who's been around the block, who's had a lot of fights. Is this your fight tomorrow night to prove you belong in a deep division at 170?
Yeah, this is my time to get rid of that whole prospect crap, and I'm ready to be here. And it's time to win.
Two guys in phenomenal shape looking to make a statement. Paul Bradley versus Chris Honeycutt. Give it up for him. Next up in the welterweight division, 170 pounds, Roger Carroll versus Brennan Ward. First to the scale, fighting out of Hickory, North Carolina. Please welcome Roger Carroll. A record of 16-11, 15 of those 16 wins by submission.
Yeah, strip it. Can I see where you're at? No. No, you don't have to. Or watch too. Oh, no, strip it. $171 3/4 for Roger Carroll. Has 2 hours to cut 3/4 of a pound.
Yeah, why don't we see if we can... Well, hey, Scotty, it's a week too.
About a quarter?
What?
Just a quarter?
I think it was 3/4. 3/4. Yeah, 3/4. Let's wait. Before you drink or eat anything, let's see where he's at.
Roger, your opponent, Brennan Ward, he's aggressive. It's his hometown crowd. You know he's going to come at you, but you were nothing but excited about this fight. Tell me why.
Because the Irish is going to bring it. What do you think about that?
I'll see you out there, man. And welcome his opponent, the Irish bad boy, Brennan Ward. Fighting out of Waterford, Connecticut with a record of 10-3, 6 knockouts, 3 submissions. He stands 5'10". On a talent?
Let's just strip it down.
All the women have their phones out. It's a little weird. 171 on the dot for Irish Brennan Ward. Brennan, he calls himself the Leprechaun. You're the Irish bad boy. Who's got luck on their side tomorrow night?
Man, I don't even got to tell you, Jimmy Smith. I'm back at Mohegan. What's up, Mohegan? Come on, come on. Hey, this guy's coming up, man. He's about to find out who the real Irishman is, baby. Let's do this.
Irish on display tomorrow night. Can't wait for it. Roger Carroll versus Brennan Ward. Don't miss it. Next up, welterweights, 170 pounds, Dennis Olsen versus Paul Semtex Daley. First to the scale, fighting out of Lowell, Massachusetts. Please welcome Dennis Olsen. Record of 14-8, 1 knockout, 9 submissions. $173 has 2 hours to cut 2 pounds. Dennis, you're taking on Paul Daley, a very hard hitter. You told us, I'm going to show him I'm a true mixed martial artist. What does that mean for Paul Daley tomorrow night?
You know, Paul's fought everybody in the world. He's got heavy hands on both sides, you know, but I'll fight anybody in the world. I'm not going to fight him scared. I'm going to use my game plan. I'm going to push the pace, and I'm going to be in his face for 15 minutes. So you're going to see a good fight.
Please welcome his opponent, fighting out of Nottingham, England. Please welcome Paul Semtex Daley. A record of 36, 13-2, 26 knockouts. In those 36 wins, 2 wins by submission. 171 on the dot for Paul Semtex Daley. Paul, the last time you fought in this building in front of this crowd, I thought you had a great fight with Andre Santos, but you were disappointed you didn't get the finish. What does that mean for Dennis Olsen tomorrow night?
Well, Dennis says he's going to be in my face for 15 minutes, but he's getting knocked out in the first, so it doesn't matter.
Let's give it up for him. Dennis Olsen versus Paul Semtex Daley, ladies and gentlemen. And our main event of the evening for the Welterweight World Championship, 170 pounds, the challenger, Andrey Koreshkov versus the champion, Douglas Lima, first to scale, fighting out of Omsk, Russia. Please welcome Andrey Koreshkov. A record of 17-1, 10 knockouts, 3 submissions. He stands 6'1", only 24 years old. $170 on the dot for Andrey Koreshkov. Oh yeah, I can imagine. My questions for you, Andrey, not just fighting for a title, but fighting one of the most devastating strikers in his division. You know, Andrey has knockout power, but how excited is he to face another striker for the title tomorrow night?
Что ты думаешь по поводу соперника, очень опасного ударника, бой за титул против такого серьезного соперника, нокаутера?
Я уважаю Дагласа, он очень серьезный ударник, и завтра бой покажет то лучше.
I respect Douglas a lot. He's a very serious striker, and tomorrow we'll see who is better.
And please welcome his opponent, the Bellator Welterweight World Champion, Douglas the Phenom Lima. A record of 26-5, 12 knockouts, 11 submissions. He stands 6'1". $170 on the dot for Douglas the Phenom Lima. Douglas, you said recently in an interview, part of you feels like a champion, part of you doesn't because you've yet to defend your title. How much are you looking forward to doing that tomorrow night against a very tough striker in Koreshkov?
Yes, I'm just very blessed to be back healthy. You know, I promised a war against this guy. You know, me coming out on top. I'm just very excited to fight him.
This is going to be a fantastic fight. Our main event of the evening for the Welterweight World Championship, Andrey the Spartan Koreshkov versus Douglas the Phenom Lima. Give it up for him. Thank you so much. Always a great crowd here at the Mohegan Sun. We'll see you at the fights tomorrow night.
Jimmy Smith, thank you very much. Mr. Coker. Hey, for all the fans that joined us here live at Mohegan Sun, we thank you. Tickets available right here. Mohegan Sun Arena box office just over here to my right. Tickets available now. Ticketmaster for those that are at home joining our weigh-ins on the live stream. Again, we thank you for joining us. Doors open tomorrow night, 6 o'clock. We go live on Spike, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll see you tomorrow night. Thank you for joining us here at Bellator MMA.